The time is nigh. Open up your eyes to see the signs of the times. Got to be wise to all of their lives. Look to the skies from where my help comes. Wake up, got to wake up from the slumber. Don't let them pull you under. Rise up of the water. Never let them wrestle you into the mud.
Yes, family, give me a second. This is crazy. Yes, greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, Empress Menen. Yes, family. One perfect balance. Welcome to Politically Incorrect, where we get it correct. And if we're not correct, already feel free to correct us. Give us a call, send a pigeon, send a kite, send a fax. Yes, fax machine still exists. It's the best way to communicate if you're committing certain international crimes. I was told. Not that I know. Nevertheless, family, is another beautiful Friday night. Can you believe it? They just roll by so quickly, week after week after week after week. Before you know it, another one come and another one is gone. And we're here faced with the weekend again. But this weekend is not just any weekend, it's a special weekend. Well, the special weekend that most people look forward to all year. And what weekend is that? Come on, family. Y'all already know. Crop over. Wait a minute. Hold on. There's something else happening this weekend also. Although it usually gets overshadowed by the crop over events, and that is Emancipation. Yes, I said it. Emancipation Day. That's like a wet blanket, right? Wah, wah, wah. Nobody want to hear on Emancipation Day, Rastaman, you dealing with though. We going fetting tonight. We going party tonight. My question is, what are we celebrating? We can take a close look at this whole crop over thing and kind of put some things into perspective. I'm not here to put a wet blanket on anybody's bed or rain on anybody's parade, no pun intended. But I do feel that we owe those that came before a service by recognizing what they died for. And I have to say died, and I'll show you why in a minute. Yeah, I know this is just not what y'all expected to hear. But anyhow, we go down the road. So go tell a friend, tell a friend. In fact, first, before I go down that road, let me say this. For those who actually observe today as a holy day, Shabbat Shalom to you. Salam Alaikum to our Islamic community. Peace Islam to the Moors. Hotep Ashe to the conscious community. Namaste to the brothers and sisters out in the East. Brothers and sisters, Rastafari, y'all already know. And to everyone else, love and light. Now, I know a lot of folks were trying to reach me this week and send me messages and stuff, and I have not gotten back to everyone in the most timeliest of manners. But bear with me. A lot is happening. A lot of things are going on currently, but we're balancing it. So I'm going to take over the next 4 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. I think Monday, Tuesday, bank holidays. And we're going to take some time to just, connect with the family all across the globe. So give thanks for your patience. Appreciate, the time y'all shared. But go tell a friend and tell a friend, we going party tonight. Well, not really party, but yeah, I see we got all dressed up and stuff. We're going to touch the tongue different. We're going to touch the tongue different. So go tell a friend and tell a friend. Politically Incorrect is up and running. And we have a special feature tonight. Ding, ding, ding. Y'all remember that joint? Shout out to all those in the inbox, those on YouTube, those on Facebook, and those on my personal Facebook page. Yeah, that time. Shout out to Allison Hines, by the way. Big respect to Allison Hines, man. Full 100. You're mixing Emancipation with crop over. Emancipation mixed with crop over. We do this for TV, man. Only Allison Hines can pull this off, man. Blended too. Jackie, I see you, family. Tyrone, I see you too. Beverly. Brenda, I see you, family. Andrea, go to the family. I see you, Maria, Sonia. Monica, Natasha.
Get ready to wine. Follow my ding, ding, ding. Knock
Wait.
Ding ding ding, Namya Lamade, Boko Ejana,
Go to Alistair Hines.
Dago Ejana, Tigre Jama, ding ding ding, Namya Lamade, Mama ye duna, Mama ye duna, Damosaki, Baka Wepina ye duna.
Tell a friend to tell a friend, family. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Special. Politically incorrect. You're going party tonight. Question, family. One big question, family. Yes. 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 What are we celebrating though? Celebrating, family. What exactly are we celebrating, family? Call it being conscious, family. Call it being conscious, family. You can't even enjoy crop over, man. It don't hit the same way, family. Tell a friend, family. Y'all doing this tonight. Y'all gotta see this, man. Let me show you some stuff, family. I can't get Party. Yeah, family. Oh man, I'm already drunk off of just watching. It got me tipsy. Yeah, for all those going out this weekend, man, be vigilant, be wise. You know what I'm saying? If you can, be good, be safe. A lot of things change. A lot of things change. A lot of things change. Just be wise, man. I see you, Sunflower. It was a celebration when it was time to celebrate. That's interesting because I'm gonna show you tonight how they tricked us, man. We ain't never had nothing to celebrate. But I'll tell you why we actually celebrated. And we have missed this mark completely. We have been lied to, hoodwinked, and bamboozled. Y'all don't want to miss this, man. Go tell a friend and tell a friend. We're going to take a walk tonight. Having said that, bear in mind that the question is, what are we celebrating? And of course, you celebrate good things. People don't generally celebrate things that are not good. We always look to the good in things to celebrate. So what are some of these good things? All right, let's crop over. But have you ever noticed, right, that Emancipation Day and crop over usually fall around the same time, in the same space? Yet we give more attention to the celebration of the celebration rather than the supposedly emancipation from celebrating. That sounds heavy, man. I'm going to say that again. We tend to focus more, or we are distracted to focus more on celebrating the celebration of celebrating, and we tend to ignore the reason that we should be celebrating from celebrating. What do I mean by that? Can anyone tell me what they think I mean by that? Like, what do they think that sentence mean? Because you think about it, crop over has its origin in the end of the crop. In fact, the only reason why we were celebrating is because we got to break from being beaten. We got to break from being murdered. We got to break from being maimed. We got to break from being emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally, any way you could think of, tormented by our captors because we didn't produce the quantity of goods that day, whether it was picking cotton or cutting cane. So once the crop, the specific crop for that season was ended, there was a moment of, finally, I get a break. Because prior to the crop being over, all four parents didn't get a break. They were consistently beaten in order to produce the yield and the crop that was desired by massa. So when we did celebrate, trust when I tell you, it wasn't because we was all happy. It's because we knew we got a few weeks to catch our breath. To where, in fact, it was a few weeks where we could take those, what they call it, stress jeans that we would have been wearing all that time. Those jeans that were stressed, we had the rips all in them from the beatings and the running and the digging and the working on the farm for the whole year. Them jeans that we now buy and wear as fashion, symbolic of our past. But we don't connect the two. They so much program us to accept that we accept wearing the same jeans our ancestors would have worn that were stressed naturally from the oppression of the plantation. We buy them now as a fashion, doing it symbolically, not in recognition, but because we see a couple videos of some agent of the system wearing them, provoking us to do likewise. Y'all ain't gonna like me tonight. I can tell you that right now. I'm gonna rain on this parade. I'm gonna bring lightning and thunder to this parade. And although we don't want to hear it, and it may sound, well, Rasta man, let the people enjoy themselves, man. Let them enjoy themselves. Any government that seeks to keep you ignorant desires to enslave you. I don't know, man, not that. Ding, 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 da 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 da. Oh man, family, listen. I don't want to say this, but I'm gonna say this, right? And I'm only saying this because there are folks on YouTube, Politically Incorrect. I thank y'all for tuning in. There's folks on my personal page, Emmanuel Barelia. Thanks for tuning in. There's people on Politically Incorrect Facebook page. Thank you for tuning in. And the fact is, you didn't tune in to hear me give you sorry stories and sad stories and comforting words. You came here to hear the truth of the matter. And the truth of the matter is that what are we celebrating? Because crop over was based on the fact that the crop was over and we got a break. Later on, they told us that break was emancipation, that we were free. Well, they didn't really say that, to be honest. We assumed that's what they meant in 2023. But at the time when they said it wasn't crop over, y'all were emancipated, y'all were free. That wasn't the narrative. The narrative was this. The crop is over. You get a chance to go and fix them jeans and sew them back together with the patches and the pieces of cloth I'll throw at you. And you can make some sausages with the intestines and the pig blood and the potatoes. Y'all can do that. And give y'all a little time to rest yourself and catch yourself. We're going to start this crop all over again in a few weeks. So when they said we were emancipated, it didn't mean that we weren't free. It just meant that we didn't have to work for that plantation anymore. We were working for a different plantation, much bigger plantation. It's called the labor force, which is funny because on the plantation, we were the labor force. Tell me y'all didn't miss that, right? Tell me y'all didn't miss that, man. So what I'm saying is that overstand the science, man. We have been hoodwinked and bamboozled to think that we're free because they allow us to keep celebrating the crop over, which is funny because come Wednesday morning, majority of folks at crop over going right back to be the labor force. There ain't no break for you. The illusion of freedom, the illusion of inclusion, emancipation. I keep telling people Emancipation Day was and is the beginning of slavery. We were taught the other way around, but the system is all backwards. You know this. Think about it. Prior to Emancipation Day, we would fight for our rights. We would oppose things. We did things to show how much we were not in favor of our prison-like treatment because we were captives, we were prisoners. That's why we were always in chains of some sort. But once they emancipated the people, they took the shackles off. Why? Not because you were free. Now you are free. Technically, you were free physically, but you weren't free mentally. You became the labor force, and you accepted the fact that you were the labor force. And the reality is, we were always the labor force. On, during, and after the crop. The funny thing is that a lot of us don't understand the science, because the origin can be traced back to the 1780s, or at least in Barbados. It was here in the 16th something before that. Internationally, it was definitely here before that in places all over the Caribbean, Jamaica, Trinidad, the likes. But Barbados, let's talk about Barbados. It goes back to the 17 and change, man. And that was when Barbados was one of the largest countries producing sugarcane in the world. One of the largest producers of sugarcane. This little tiny rock produced that drug called sugar. That far more addicted than cocaine. Far more deadly. A variety of illnesses come out of sugar. We ain't want to talk about that because they've told us it was legit. So we never questioned it. But look at it this way, family. After the sugar cane was harvested and all this stuff was said and done and sugar was manufactured and get ready to ship, our ancestors said to themselves, boy, glad this thing finished, Boy, glad. Get a rest on this plantation. The last thing they did was put on some music and drank and whatever. I'm sure they did celebrate in different ways, but it was the only time they got a chance to just feel the closeness, well, as close as possible to being free, because they understood very well in a few days back to work. And nothing has changed. We still see folks going out having a great good time, sometimes drinking beyond belief, falling down where they are, waking up where they are. The point I want to make is, what are we celebrating is my question. Because if it's emancipation, then are we free? Are we really free? The brothers, I see Steve Moore in the building. Show it to the family in UK right through. Greetings and salutations to you two. Adorations to you two, family, all the way in NYC. Show it to the family in Atlanta. We ain't forget y'all. In the abundance of water, you can't comply your way out of the tyranny. Yeah, man. The serious question is, we still slaves all now with the age of retirement going up? We working till we dead, or we go dead working. Same difference, I suppose. Facts. They lied to the people and the fools buy into it. Well, they lied to the people, you know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, me personally speaking, I understand that, some folks don't know that they don't even know, so I can't even fault them for not knowing what they don't know. What we're here to do is shine the light so that they can see their way especially in this darkening world. Truth have to be spoken. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I want to show y'all something real quick. Well, not real quick. I want to show y'all something that I man, this I may have shown this. I may have shown this before, but I want to touch on it again. Oh, and by the way, don't mind they using the feathers. Why you think they use the feathers during crop over? Why you think our ancestors originally was wearing feathers to decorate themselves during the crop over? Where you think that came from? I'm gonna let that one sit there for a minute. I'm gonna touch that sovereign conversation in a minute down the line. Speaking of crop, I'm speaking of over. But take a look at this. Do y'all remember this? Do y'all remember this map of Barbados? Do y'all remember this? Do y'all remember the days of slavery? All right, then. The golden rule. Do y'all remember this map? It shows the rocks, shows the plantations. Belong to the merchants of London. There's tens of, I guess, thousands, supposed to be, 10,000 acres of land. I know that's 10, T-E-N-N, acres of land, 10,000. Look, 10,000 acres of land, which belongeth to the merchants of London. Okay. Gall Hill. Okay. I hear you. The Fisher Pond. What's interesting is that they show a camel in Barbados, but I don't want to touch it too much. But yeah, remember this map here though? The military surveying, and they represent military posts and whatnot. But I want to show y'all something real quick right here. Look. Now, keep in mind, they drew this map and they labeled different things to show us certain things. I want y'all to take a look at this. Please take a look. It might be a little blurry because I don't have an original, and maybe if I search enough on the net, I could probably find a copy. But I want to show y'all something. Do y'all see it yet? Do y'all see it yet? Talk to me, family. Let me see the comments, man. Hold on a second. Let me see what's going on here. Do y'all see it yet? Crop over, right? What are we celebrating, family? Let me get to it. I'm not knocking anybody who's having a good time. If this is how you unwind and whatnot, it's all good. This conversation for those who want to know the truth of the matter. Do y'all see it yet? Feathers are the original Indians. I like how you put it. We say they told us Indians, but the truth is the word Indian is a substitute word. It's not an original word, because why would they call people in the Caribbean Indians when the country India is on the other side of the world? Why would they do that? They try to connect the two, but we know better than that, because they use the word Indian as a, like how American know how this thing called African American. African American is new, because prior to that, they used to be called, I think it was colored, it was to be Negro, it was black. Okay. The point is, after so long, so often, they changed the label to describe a particular people, a set of people. For example, Indian. Do y'all see it? Uh-oh, somebody's onto it. Jack, keep paying attention. Uh-oh, somebody's seeing it. The indigenous people were still documented. Wait a minute. Right there in the middle of this map, they show an indigenous man with his bow and his little, well, kind of, well, whatever he's wearing, and some stuff on his head. That in a hat, family. That in a hat. Why they did that? Why they did that? Why they show this man? Who is this man standing here? Is he the chief? But of course, look at the size of his bow. So indigenous folks were in Barbados when the 10,000 acres of land which belongeth to the merchants of London were here. Don't get it twisted, family. We were here. We were always here. Of course, we know the ships came. Yeah, we know the ships came. Yes, we know they brought folks. Yes, we know that. But guess what? We were already here. And here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Let's go across here a little bit. Let's go across here a little bit. Crop over, right? Let's go across there a little bit. These huge fish off the coast of Barbados. Let's go a little further up. Let's go a little north. What we got going up north here? Look. What we got here, family? Am I my brother's keeper? It looks like this particular individual on the horseback is firing what appears to be a rifle at two runners. We got runners, family. We got runners. So there's a difference with individuals in this nation. We see indigenous folks and we see what would appear to be darker skinned folks being shot at by an individual on a horse with a hat that looks kind of like a Quaker's hat, if I'm not mistaken. I'm talking this straight, family. Look at the hat. It looks, go Google Quaker's hat. It's this black hat with a look like a black fez and a little belt buckle in the middle. I'm just saying. It looked that way to me. I could be wrong. But don't get tight with the Quakers. Quakers had slaves too. The Quakers, the Quakers, brethren. And I'm saying that on purpose. Brethren. The brethren. Yeah, the Quakers. So when we say the crop over, what were we celebrating? What were we celebrating? It makes a lot of sense. Never realized it. Subjugation of the natives. Of course. The Quakers keep coming up like a bad penny. Of course, they got to keep coming up like a bad penny. Did y'all watch that documentary I gave y'all to watch? I hope y'all watched it until the end. I sincerely hope that y'all watched that. It was on C-SPAN. We spoke about it a few weeks back. If you didn't do the homework, go check the comments right now. The link is in the comments. Go watch it again. Make sure you understand this. And by the way, this is white folks talking about white folks. This has nothing to do with us as a people ranting and raving or whatever they think we be doing. This is white folks talking about white folks. The Amerindians. Oh, man. Serious. Serious. Listen, family, all I'm saying, right, is that when this stuff was going on, we celebrating crop over. Understand this science. We celebrated. We weren't celebrating in the convention sense of celebrating. We understood what that meant. This was a time for us to get a break from the beatings and the killings and the lynchings and all the other negative things you could think of that they were doing. We weren't out parading lewdness and whatnot. That wasn't what it was about. That's what they have infiltrated it to become. Just like reggae, you got dancehall. That's like rap. Now you got hip hop. There's always a dilution, a dilution of the particular substance to make it less than what it was originally intended for. Why? So that you don't know the truth of the matter. I don't want you to know the truth of the matter. So we out here celebrating. What we celebrating, family? What exactly we celebrating? We celebrating. Y'all ain't ready for that, man. Y'all ain't ready for that, man. You ready for that? You're celebrating your enslavement. By virtue of what we do in 2023, on that day, it doesn't honor those that came before. It has nothing to do with honoring those that came before and recognition. It's recognizing and agreeing subconsciously that you are still on the plantation. And what makes it even worse is that they get you to pretend that you're indigenous. Every crop over, almost every single band, I guarantee you, have somebody wearing feathers, always feathers, in a chief-like position. Feathers on the arm, feathers on the hair, feathers on your back. Always feathers. Always feathers. Why? Y'all ever see Ma'at? Have y'all ever seen? Look, they know, right? People always ask me, why Rastaman, why you don't eat pork? Why you don't eat pork? It's so sweet though, man. Sweetest meat, man. The sweetest meat, man. Pork is the sweetest meat. Let me tell you why the Rastaman don't eat pork. Because it wasn't a time too far forward in the distant past relative to the now and the future. We understood clearly that, eating certain animals was savage. So when we see you eating certain animals, we knew you were savage because certain individuals, civilized beings, didn't eat certain things. We understood clearly the laws and the rules that govern man on this particular domain, in this domain. That's not to say nothing good or bad. If you eat pork, you eat pork. That's your thing, that's your thing. I'm simply saying that it was known. The same way we look at Chinese for eating dogs, like, what? Them is eat dogs? We eat pig. I mean, you want me truthful. Them is eat rats. Damn. We suck the pig tail. Right part, the shit come out. Talk about it sweet. You ever wonder why it's so sweet? It's called bacteria. But anyhow, another conversation. Another conversation. And we want to know why we kind of a funny society. But check this out though, family. Did you know, right, that when they started to enslave the Israel, what we know as the Israelite or the Hebrew people or the Cushite people or the original people, when they start to enslave them, they knew that if they can get the original people to violate the covenant that they had already made with the Almighty, which was to stay away from certain foods, namely the pig, the boar, they knew that if they got the people to break away from that and disobey the master and consume the pig, they'll get them to do anything. Now, some of y'all may not like the conversation, might be finding it a little sensitive, might be a little offended even, or take a little offense to it. But that's not my intention. It's to offend you. I'm not here to offend you, man. We're just having a conversation. And the thing is that when you start to think about it and look into it for what it really is, you should ask yourself some questions, man. How come? You want to eat pork, an issue. But they knew that once they get the children of Israel to eat pork, they'll do anything else. Circumstances made me who I am. Your brother said pig is made from rat, cat, and dog. Oh, man. You cannot make this stuff up. Steve, what up, my brother? Family, listen, man, this is crazy, right? But the reality is this. All I'm saying is that there's nothing wrong with celebrating. I'm all for it. But let us make sure that we know why we celebrate it. Most folks go up because there's a chance to get off a little steam. The government say, yeah, come and party and fat and whack up. And that's what they encourage. But which is funny, why don't they encourage you to speak against injustices? Why does not the same government, let me get specific, why don't Prime Servant Mia Amor Motley, calling her full name, her Christian name, why don't she tell you, listen, you see injustice in Barbados, make sure y'all go in the streets, protest, and rally? Because that's what she did when she was in opposition. She hit the streets, she protested, and she rallied. In fact, I think she had one of the largest rallies in Barbados post any insurrection that was happening here in times past. In fact, she agreed that we with Barbadians should never let anyone, any politician, silence them. Well, with that being said, I got a question. Do y'all remember the family that went and fought the government with the whole school try to homeschool the brethren, the Rastafari brethren and sisters and the children that were exceptionally brilliant when they given a test and proved to the system that they don't need the system education to be so bright. And in fact, they were even brighter than some of the children going to school with the curriculum. Remember they won that case? I went back to their place of dwelling in the Iration that there were over 40 years this brother dwelled on this piece of Crown land. Listen carefully, family, to what I'm about to tell you. Over 40 years, this brother dressed this land, planted multiple fruit trees, had all kind of stuff going. Over 40 years, this piece of Crown land. And after they won that case, a year or so afterwards, give or take a few, the administration came in with some tractors and bulldozers and pushed down a variety of trees, majority of the trees, under the guise that they were making a water course or doing some sort of ridiculous work they plan on carrying out, which, by the way, up to today, hasn't even begun. In fact, all the trees they pushed down, the fruit trees are gone, and a bunch of river tamarind, a bunch of wild trees, a bunch of other stuff done took its place. But they could have left the fruit trees. But anyhow, that's my point tonight. Do y'all remember after a while they went and started to harass that family for building the house they had there? The brother said he had material right there to fix his home for his family to have a safe space on a wet night, to have a dry place to rest their head. And they brought in a bulldozer and all kind of stuff and, started moving all his material and made a mess of his place of dwelling. Y'all remember that? Well, some politicians got involved. Yes, Mr. Ronnie Grant, Mr. Trevor Prescott, and a bunch of other folks on behalf of Miss Montley, I suppose. Yeah, well, promised the family all kind of stuff, including money, including relocation, including housing. If you would just move off this plot right here, you gotta move, man. You've been here too long. Although by now it is adverse possession, the land belongs to the family. They've been there for 40 years with no interruption from anyone. And all of a sudden now, y'all, after he won the case in the court and they won, y'all find it convenient to run a tractor through there and push on the man trees and demolish his material, put it up on a truck and move it, and leave the man vulnerable, exposed, and then try to coerce him off the land under the promises of relocation and some finances. Well, unfortunately, I'm here to say, family, that, I don't like the word condolences, but more strength to the family. I was made to understand that the elder had transitioned. More strength to the family. But I want the family to know that while the elder was there for 40 years, y'all were also there for all the time. Y'all were there as well. And so whatever promises were made need to be kept, Mr. Minister. All y'all ones that want to always intercede for Rasta in these situations, but when the injustice happen and the wrongs happen to Rasta, none of y'all you don't even find y'all no more, man. Can't hear, can't see none of them on the front line that when they claim to stand on. The part Ronnie Grant is no Mr. Prescott. Where you at, Mr. Prescott? All due respect. The family's still in need, though. What happened? They had to go and bury the elder, probably from heartbreak after all he went through. But we celebrating crop over. The crop over. The crop ain't over. The crop ain't never over. Look, let me pull it up again, man. Let me pull it up again, man. When the feel is a joint. Let me just go back here real quick. Let me show the crop that over. Let the crop over right there, look. Let the crop over right there, look, man. Want to see it? The crop over. The crop over. The crop over. Speaking of boar, the wild boar, huh? Speaking of boar, that is a camel. Okay, what nobody tell me? We know who this is right here. Huh. Family. Anyhow, let me come off that one for now. We celebrating though, family. Don't feel bad. We celebrating. Ding, ding, ding. La, 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 la. So, crop over is a thing though, family, that, in 2023, when you think about the crop over, what crop we planting right now that we can boast that we just finished? It can't be sugar cane because we could barely get sugar cane to feed we barely got sugar cane, so it ain't sugar. So we're not really celebrating crop over. We don't care about Emancipation Day anymore. We just meet at Buster Roundabout. This is the funny thing. We celebrate freedom at the statue of a man that was shot in the back. Y'all ain't hear me though. We allow these these cultural groups in Barbados. I know they can get vexed, right? But they don't let me anyhow, so it don't matter. Check the science. They celebrate Emancipation Day by a statue of a man who was shot in the back during the insurrection. What sort of message is that? They didn't put Buster downtown in Hero Square with a general suit on and 5 stars, 7 stars on his shoulder. They didn't do that. They didn't depict him as a general. They depict him as a runaway slave. In fact, hold on a minute, man. Let me get back to it. Let me come forward again. Hold on a minute, man. I gotta do this, man. Ain't go Buster right here, look. Ain't go Buster right here, look. Let me show you Buster. Watch Buster. Right there. Ain't go Buster right there, family. This is your emancipation right here. And this is what we celebrate. Then we go and celebrate the crop over and drink and walk up. It is a joke, family. It's the biggest joke. And we wonder why we can't progress as a nation. We wonder why we can't move forward as a nation, because righteousness is what exalts a nation. We've had enough of this. I ain't say we can't celebrate, but there's ways to celebrate where we honor ours, man. And we pay homage to those that came before, that paid the ultimate price, so that we could be here to celebrate the price they paid when the crop was actually over. Now we disregard them while we celebrate a crop that's not even over, but just begun. We ain't ready yet, man. We ain't ready yet. I like that oxymoron. I like the oxymoron. Crop over party. Crop over party. A runaway slave in chains, in less. Yeah, for sure. Richard, give thanks, my brother. Good to see you again. See you in a minute. Agriculture on the decline long time, especially sugarcane, but we celebrating the crop over at the party. Celebrating our ignorance. Yeah, you got to call a spade, family. Celebrating our ignorance, man. And here's the worst part about the whole thing. The children watching. The children watching. Just like Thanksgivings. So the brother said Bajans need to stop being fools and stand up to this criminal dictator. Steve, I'm going to tell you the truth, right? I'm going to tell you the truth. And Malcolm X said it first, right? Well, that's where he got it from. Let me rephrase it, because I don't know if he said it first or not. In order, listen to me very carefully. Listen to the words, the choice of words. In order to get action from the sleeping people, you have to first wake the sleeping people. Bajans are not going to stand up and do a damn thing against anybody until they first become conscious and awoke to the reality of their enslavement. Until then, it is, according to my friend right here, crop over party time, party time. That's what's up. It's party time again, man. Party time again. Real thing, family. The children watching, the same children they created a child protection bill to protect. Facts. I love that one, my brother. I love that one. Listen, we got a comment box right here on this right here. I want y'all to give me some advice. Give me your thoughts. Give me some advice on how you think we could go about bringing more awareness to people, especially during this crop over time. This thing is so distorted that we now even have a drum roll. Christian band. Now, wait a minute. I'm not bringing no heat to the Christian band because I suppose they're singing gospel while they're chipping in the stand. What I'm trying to overstand, what kind of costumes they put on the man? A white sheet rope and a thorn on his head. Because I know they ain't walking down the street half naked like they was laying in bed. I don't know. But this is a good thing. The reason why the politicians are encouraging you to drink fat and whack up, get drunk, did y'all know, right? That shout out to St. Vincent, by the way, Yarraman, Hyrule Land. Shout out to the Garafunas, the Calago people, Kalanago people, sorry, the Black Caribs. Shout out to all the revolutionary ones, the warriors, the chiefs, the real chiefs with feathers, man. The spirit man, yeah. That met the white man write the treaty and come. Let's call the truths, please. Let's call the truths. The white man was getting beat, so I'm not even saying white man because that's really not accurate. Let me rephrase that. The invaders were getting beat so bad, right? Because we know the territory, they don't know it. That they said, let's call a truce. We want to have a talk. We want to talk. Let's talk. And we agreed to talk. And did you know that we came to an agreement and we signed a treaty? Imagine that we signed a treaty with these occupation people, these invaders, these merchant, these militia, these military men. We formed an agreement. Okay, we're gonna do this. And right after we signed the treaty and had the agreement, you know what they said to us? Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. The war is over. In fact, bring them barrels off them ships then come. Bring the barrels, man. Bring a barrel of rum. A barrel of rum. All I want is a barrel of rum. Bring the barrels of rum. Bring the barrels of rum, man. Bring the barrels of rum. Bring the rum. And they brought the rum. And guess what they did? So they brought the rum. And after they brought the rum, family, guess what they did? They gave the people some rum. Yep, they gave them some rum. And guess what happened? Guess what happened? After they gave them the rum, of course, they bring the girls in, put the girls in some skimpy clothes, you know, man, and rum and skimpy clothes. The women, what happen next? The men start to do their thing, you know, they do their thing. They do their thing, man, doing their thing. And while they was doing their thing, guess what happened next? Guess what happened next, family? Man get drunk after a while. You know, man ain't used to drinking so much rum. Man drink all our rum and get tipsy, man. Drop sleep. And while they fell asleep, the government, the militia, on behalf of the government, the security forces on behalf of the government, well, I ain't gonna tell you. They moved in on them, round them up, took away the bows, the spears, and other weapons they would have had, and start to slaughter the man left, right, and center. Go Google Bloody Creek in in St. Kitts, if you don't believe me. Go Google Bloody Creek and take a look at what happened. But it happened here in Barbados too. Happened in St. Vincent too. Don't get tired with it. And when they couldn't slaughter the rest, know what they did? They deport them. So y'all gotta leave. You can't stay here. One is troublemakers, man. One is the warrior clan. We don't want no warrior clan. We want the man that's Saham and the others, man. We don't want nobody else. We want the ones that gonna be passive and docile. So when they tell that Bajans is passive, that ain't true. None of us were ever passive. But some folks would rather work on the plantation than catch a bassa. But anyhow, family, I want to show you all something once I find it. Just a little reminder. Just a little reminder. Is it? No, that ain't it. I'm looking for it. I hear scanning. Once I find it, I will let you know. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. I know. If I find it, I'll let you know. If not, I'll post it on the politically incorrect page. I was looking for an excerpt that I found on BBC 4. Now, I would have played it before, but I feel it's fitting to play now because it talks about Caliban. Y'all heard about man? Shakespeare wrote a play called Caliban. Y'all should go look that up. Go look up Shakespeare play called Caliban. And there's a scene in Caliban where they talk about who Caliban really is. You know, in order for them to make this whole thing successful and get you to celebrate your own enslavement and your demise, they had to convince you that you were less than human. They had to convince the people on the plantation, they had to convince themselves and others that these original indigenous folks, they're not human. They're not our equal. Look at them. They're not our equal. They are savages, cannibals. They call us all kinds of names to justify the way they wanted to treat us. See, they couldn't call us their equal and treat us the way they were treating us because it would be obvious that they were the ones who were inhumane. So they had to justify it by calling us three-fifths of man, less than who we are, to justify the treatment. And therefore, Caliban was seen as less than human. Go look Caliban up. Go look it up. That's it. I'm not seeing the video. There's way too many videos on here, man. I got a load of videos. I don't even know which way. Yeah, I'm not seeing Caliban. Is this it? I'm not sure. No, that's not it. Yeah, that's not it. But what I'll find it and I'll post it. I'll take care of that for y'all. All I'm gonna say, right, family, right now, is that between emancipation coming up and Cropova coming up, while we are celebrating, please take time to recognize all those that came before, that gave their life so that you could celebrate today. But don't celebrate what they died for. Celebrate what they lived for. And that was for us to reach a day that we could be greater and achieve more. Let's not forget the sacrifices that were made, man. Let's not forget that. This Cropova, I guarantee, a lot of stuff going to happen in Parliament, a lot of stuff going to happen in the island, and most people are not going to see what it is because they're head up in the cloud. They're busy. They're busy. Didn't Harcourt Blackett have a Christian band years ago? I don't know. But we'll see if it's back out today, coming up next week. I don't know. Oh man, I no touching it. Brother Emmanuel, even though we are separated by sea, or issues and political trickery that befall us are the same in all the former colonies. You know what you said? Former colonies. The reality is these colonies are up and running, business as usual. We have the illusion of freedom in the form of activities. For example, you can get a mortgage, you can get a car note, you could even go to school. Shucks. You could even celebrate crop over. All these things are liberties they give you. And if they give you these liberties, they can take them from you. Freedom comes from God, sovereign status, sovereign, divine order. It's a purified mind to pay for the costumes. Beverly, you going to jump in? So they're thinking about enjoying themselves, not about tomorrow. In ancient Rome, corrupt rulers distracted the plebeian masses. Well, the bread and circus did a great job, but the reason why they kept them entertained is because Rome was falling, Rome was imploding on itself. Modern day governments use the same tactics with free concerts and festivals. I like how you put it, modern day government. These modern day governments is still Rome here. They still Rome. Go study Roman culture and what Rome promoted, and look at what these governments have promoted. You will see that is Roman culture. That's all it is. John, what's up, John? We have been educated for this purpose, to be controlled. Is it Bloody Creek? Bloody Creek, my brother. Bloody Creek. Go look up Bloody Creek St. Kitts and read that story. Things they never taught you in school. Caliban was part human. Somebody went and did some research. Caliban. Yo, this is deep, man. It's all Caliban. All he wanted was some booze. He could be easily tricked. Just give him some rum, and you got him good. The reality is shocking. Human means monster or dead. Anyhow, what time is it? Minutes is almost an hour. So y'all almost staying on here long like before. Thunder rolling, lightning as we speak. Yeah, you know why? The energy, I could feel it. I invoking it. I summon it. We got to recognize our connection with divine order. We got to realize what we can actually do and stop letting these people tell us we are less than, that we are still celebrating us as 3/5 human. Anytime you celebrate crop over, you celebrating your enslavement. Anytime you celebrate crop over, you acknowledging you are less than full man, divine man. Anytime you do that. And believe you me, being conscious, you can imagine the kind of energy. Look, let me go a little further, man. Do y'all remember the movie Avatar? Avatar. When the whole village came together around the mother tree, the spiritual tree, the center, and start to move their body, synchronicity and harmony, the rhythm of the universe and the energy and the synergy. Listen, family, they know when we harness our energy collectively, we do great things. They know that. They want you to celebrate, connect, and harness your energy, but not for your purpose. There are other people elsewhere harnessing that energy, doing other things, family. Imagine if all of those who would attend Karpova were to meet at a point in Barbados around one of the many energy portals here, and start to just hold a meditation. Hold a meditation. Just hold a meditation. Imagine you was just sit there and hold a meditation. Just hold a meditation. Imagine just holding a meditation, family. Just sitting there holding a meditation, listening to some positive influential rhythm. For example, for example, mm, royalty, family, royalty, royalty, royalty. Yes, yes, yes. Energy, family, the energy. Mm. Serious, 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 serious. I love it. I love it. The energy, family. The energy, family. The energy, the energy. We got to connect, family, with the earth, connect with Mother Nature. You know what I'm saying? See ourselves for who we are. We know who we are. Don't let them tell us anything different. You feel it, you felt it your whole life. You know you different. You know you special. Where that coming from? Where that coming from? Yeah. As the thunder roll, family. As the thunder roll, family. Want y'all to know one thing, and one thing, if you don't know nothing else, know this one thing is true. I'm gonna show you right now. I ain't even gonna play with it. Let me show you right now, man. Hold on. Let me go and show you real quick. Let me go and share my screen. Let me share my screen. Hang on a second. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. For those who don't know, right? For those who don't know, consider yourself informed. Allow me to introduce you to Ma'at. Let me share this. Hold on. Hold on. Window. Yeah. In case you never seen it before. Wearing feathers ain't nothing new to us. In case you never seen it before, we've been wearing feathers. They represent something, something sacred, something divine. Go look that up, family. Ma'at. If y'all ever heard it before, go look it up. Go. In fact, they say if you want to know the truth, go back to the beginning. Let's go back to the beginning. So having said that, let's go back to the beginning. Don't mind the pretty colors, they try to throw you off the colors, just making it look like something other than what it is. Go look up my app, family. My Indra, by the way, background vocals, acapella, dawning, energy, family. That's right. Go look up the principles, family. Divine order, energy, synergy, going home, family. This land is ours, family. It's been ours, family. Not now, but always was, and always will be. One that they can never do, family. One that they can never do, family. Let's take it away from us. Can never take it away. Infinitely, man. Anyhow, family. I give thanks to those who stayed. I love the comments. Thunder rolling. That's right. In the midst of the celebration, or ilibration, or integration, or vibration, or creation, or meditation. Yeah. This is an official invitation to the realization. Yes. That we are one. Big up to all the GT Massive. You done know, family. 8246, all the GT to the world, to the world, to the world. Yes, Andrea. You see what I'm saying? We start chanting the same rhythm. Yes. You can't win this war in the flesh. You gotta win it in the mind first. All you do is wake the people consciously. They're gonna know exactly what they need to do. Imagine 20, 30, 40,000 people caught in that warm vibration. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a giddy. Yes, family. I give thanks. I give thanks and praise all those that came before that celebrated so we could celebrate, celebrate, integrate without hesitation, man, to make this thing happen in this day and age, man, for the sake of the children, for the sake of the children, for the sake of the children, for the sake of the children. Yeah. We don't need them for nothing. Enough said. Anyhow, family, yeah, it's that time. It's that time. I'm going to take care of some duties here with the family. I give thanks to all those who stayed, who told a friend, who liked the page, subscribe. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know, they like that kind of rhythm thing. And there's some things going on in the background. I give thanks for the new changes. I'm noticing it. I'm seeing y'all. I'm seeing it. And I give thanks. We here are thankful. Continue to do your part. We do our part. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you share it. That's the key. That's the only way the message gets out. We do it. You do it. We make it happen together. We are one. But that vibe there, Indra, man, look, listen, man, I ain't gotta tell y'all, man. Y'all already know what time it is, man. That right there, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. So that's what's up, and that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. I got one more after this one, though. Y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all already know what it is. Let's ride out, man. Let it ride, man. Let it ride, man. That's the meditation for this whole 4 days, man. 4 is 90. 490 is 360. 360 is a full circle, and 3 and 6 is 9. Get it together. Get it together, family. Get it together. Get it together. We take it home, family. We take it home, man. Let me take it home. Let me take it home. Hold on. Hold on a second. Call my people up, man. Call my people up, man. Let me add this real quick to the screen, man. Make it happen. Y'all got to see this, man. All the vibes, family. This whole of vibes, man. All the vibes, family. Thanks to the sister right here, man. Telma, give thanks, family. Love and light all day, every day. Mystic time, family. For everybody, and we understand that. It's all good. I'll go ahead and celebrate. We're going to keep your thing balanced, man. We'll see you when you get there. In the meantime, as for me, my health, I ain't going to tell you. Indra. That's right, the land, family. Get back to the land. That's what's up. As it was in the beginning here. Don't let them trick you, family. Farmers king. Shout out to Dominica. We love you, Dominica. We love you, Dominica, for sure. We'll get tight with it. Being missing. Octavia. Haile Selassie first, family. On perfect balance. Enjoy the rest of your 4 days, family. Celebrate
Revelation. Prepare for them food shortage.
Yes.
Ask about them seed bank storage.
Yes.
Social media, what a distraction with them demonic forces. Tell me who them sources. What's the ingredients of them sauces? Give your prime ministers and religious leaders, find out who them bosses. Oh, them full of money, now make the 1% them happy, Tell your elect but you can't select. Watch the options them keep giving you. Who get the contracts? The one with contacts. Poor people get less money with more tax. Open your eyes and see when the real enemy. From they are in the struggle still.
We celebrating
Some
truth.
rich and some poor still.
We celebrating
All
truth.
the money with them have that can't buy salvation.
The link
But
right here
they
in the
are in
comment
the
for those
struggle.
who want the link to this show, man. Wait,
Out
hold
on
on,
the
man.
battlefield.
We gotta pull that one for the top, man. Orlando, put it in, man. Put it in, man. Put it in, man. It's a message. We don't do music. We do messages, man. Did they get the message? 2 ticks, man. 2 ticks. You get the message? Between the lines, family. Trini good. Shout out to Trinidad, the whole family.
Yeah.
All the family, the Caribbean, the
Revelation.
Revelation time, family.
Hey.
Listen.
Prepare for them food
Food
shortage.
shortage.
Ask about them seed bank storage. Social media, what a distraction with them demonic forces. Tell me who them sources. What's the ingredients of them sauces? Give your prime ministers and religious leaders, find out who them bosses.
Hey.
Oh, them full of money, oh. Now make the 1% them W, oh. Tell your elect but you can't select. Watch the options them keep giving you. Who get the contracts? The one with contacts. Poor people get less money with more tax. Open your eyes and see who the real enemy. From the day in the struggle still. Some rich and some poor still. All the money with them have that can't buy salvation. From the day in the struggle, out for the battlefield. Oh, yeah, no, man fed up with oppression. Man start job for me, how I know. Man I call for me, how I know. Got to detach on the system. Self-sufficient man farm. So I've got to take myself away.
Set me yourself, family. Come out of her, my people.
What control we mentally.
Come out of her.
Make microchip enter with.
Listen.
Stop your income. When your food done, you're going to give in eventually. Remember, prayer without works is dead.
Plant food, family.
God help those who help themselves. Don't put them faith in our riches and wealth. Ignore them health and still end up in a hell. Man turn Judas, skeleton Jezebel. So the man tomorrow.
Forever and ever
see
and
them
ever.
Today. You know, see them tomorrow. Pastors extorting the masses. Politician knocking champagne glasses. And one like the smarties. To them off them passes. The people are gonna perish for lack of knowledge. From the day in the struggle still. Some rich and some poor still. All the money with them have that can't buy salvation. From the day in the struggle, out on the battlefield. Oh, yeah, no, man fed up with oppression. Man start job for me, how I know. Man I call for me, how I know.
Go to the family and
the system. Self-sufficient man farm. So I'm got to take myself away. I've got to take myself away.
Protect yourself, family.
Prepare for them food shortage.
Yes.
Ask about them seed bank storage.
Ask them.
Social media, what a distraction with them demonic forces.
Message. Go French, man. Go French. Be sovereign. They're French in this particular place. Hosea 4:6, family. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. Look around, family. You not see what's going on? You not see it? You not see it? Pay attention. Anyhow, family, for those who want to get in contact with us, feel free to give us a call, 246-838-8253. That's on WhatsApp or direct, it's up to you. Internationally, area code 246-838-8253. The rest of y'all, this full joy, like I said, the 4 days, 490s, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all get it together. Interesting enough, 4 9s is 36. Yeah, 6 and 3 is at the 9. 360, get it? 36, 0. Yeah, family, full circle. Y'all have a great time. Invest in self and go study Ma'at. Wait till next week. We're going to get into this thing on another level. Ma'at. Emancipation is a hoax. Don't let them fool you. Next week, we're going to chop it up. We're going to chop it up. Let the rain come, let the thunder come, and let the lightning reveal all that is to be seen. And let the thunder reveal all that is to be heard. Those who have eyes to see, let them see, and ears to hear, let them hear. Having said that, Rastafari, and I out. Just so. Link up, the number on the screen, family. I ain't gonna repeat it. That's what's up. Having said that, let me see what we're gonna do tonight. Bam, 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 bam. We ain't run it this way, look. We send a kite to you.